bonus episode, Cenk and Anna with you guys. Surprise number one, happy 50th anniversary! Okay.
Thank you.
So Anna's been with us for 15 freaking years.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. Okay, and we have a little video for you.
Oh, come on, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, let's
okay.
watch.
Thank you.
Anna, can you believe it's been 15 years?
That's a huge deal.
Anna Kasparian, 15 years. Wow, 15, that's how old I was 10 years before I lost my virginity.
Congratulations on hitting this amazing milestone.
Watching you grow for the past 15 years is an amazing journey.
From being a guest booker, a co-host, star of your own YouTube channel with TYT University, to hosting the main show solo for the first time ever.
Seeing you go from a young person coming in to this field leader that we have, this general that we have, this great commanding presence, it's been a sight to behold.
She's a warrior who is willing to go up against enemies that you are not supposed to identify as enemies yet. Tulsi Gabbard.
I couldn't imagine this place without you. We wouldn't be what we are. We wouldn't, honestly, have what we have without you being here, setting the tone.
I've always looked at the main show as your show, so sorry, Uygur.
You are an asset, not just to TYT, but the entire progressive community around the world.
You care so much about the people around you and the audience, and I'm so grateful to be even a small part of this team.
Best role model and leader, and we are so grateful.
Most of all, I'm very lucky to be your friend.
Love you, amiga.
Congratulations, I drank all this in the previous takes. So I'm gonna make another, there's still some left in here.
Here's to many more years of morning meetings, salty rants, and especially when rich men cry segments.
Let's do at least another 15. You're the best.
By the way, what time is it? Crap. 90.
That's Edwin, our legendary stage manager, a manager of everything. And he, before any show is about to start, he says 90, as in 90 seconds. That's to warn me because I got to come downstairs. Okay, and also legendary photographer, and he made this photo album for you.
Oh my God, Edwin!
Yeah. By the way, Edwin, a professional photographer, excellent pictures, sells them. Is there? By the way, do you have a website yet where people can buy them?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Good. When you get it up, we'll let people know.
Oh my God!
Through all the 15 years, Edwin's secretly been taking pictures of you guys as well.
Thank you. I can't wait to look through this.
And so, yeah.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for the video. I'm actually really excited because, like, some of you have seen members of like the main show team, maybe through Twitch streams or things like that, but not a lot of you have. And in that video, you see Aishwarya, who is incredible. She's, such a hard worker. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without her. Like, she's an important member of our team. Kate's another producer. Taylor is off this week, so I'm guessing that's why he wasn't in the video. But Taylor's another member of like the main show production team. And like, I know this is a video about me being at TYT for 15 years, but like, I can't tell you guys how much I enjoy my job, not only because of what we do, but because of the people I get to work with. Like, I just love you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for inspiring me every day and making me excited to work here. Not a lot of people are that fortunate to look forward to working with the people they work with and doing what they do every day. So thank you so much for all of that. It's just amazing.
And for those of you who've never seen them, I love that you got to see Bart, who obviously runs the soundboard, and Edwin, legendary manager of everything. And Skip, who is
Skip. Thank you for being in the video.
Yeah, Skip's our technical director, so he's the one who's directing right now. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's on right now. He's on usually, yes. And Skip's one of the best in the business.
He really is.
Yeah.
Dude, because we're not a scripted show. Okay, so sometimes we jump around with elements. Okay, whether it's graphics, videos, whatever, and he's always on it. It's like he can read our minds. It's amazing.
And same with Bart on the audio.
Yep.
So you guys are amazing. All right, So we're gonna do two fun stories for you guys, and then we have my surprise at the end, which is not as dramatic. It's just fun. As usual, people will make fun of me. Everybody will have a blast. Okay, but if you're ready, Anna, let's do the two stories.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. So some MAGA supporters think that January 6th was carried out by Antifa rather than Trump supporters who wanted to overturn the results of the 2020 election. So one of these MAGA chuds was asked why? Why would it be Antifa? Let's see what his answer was.
How do you all feel about the events of January 6th?
A lot of that was Antifa.
Really?
Yes.
Why would Antifa interrupt the certification of an election in which their candidate won? Wouldn't they want him to be certified?
They just want to disrupt in any way possible.
Do you think Antifa wanted him to be president? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Yeah. So why would they interrupt the certification of the vote on January 6th?
I have a different view of things.
Well, it's just like if you have a.
Yeah, it
doesn't make sense, right? Like why would they do that?
Sometimes life comes at you fast. You don't have time to think things through, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, look, that is the prototypical Republican voter. Remember, he's been thinking this for a long time. January 6th happened obviously well over a year ago. And so he's had this theory that it was Antifa. He never bothered to think, wait, does this make sense? I mean, like the simplest question. Wait, I hate Antifa. Antifa's on the left. Why would they try to stop Biden from becoming president? Why would they be so angry that they would raid the Capitol on the day that Biden's victory is going to be certified? Why? He never even thought about it. So he's asked for the first time and he's just confounded while holding a bag full of fast food. I mean, the right-wing voter. And by the way, I'm not making fun. No.
I love me a quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. You can tell from my body. I've had a couple of quarter pounder and cheese, a couple of Big Macs, a couple of fries. So, and I love fast food and I talk about it on the show all the time. But that right there, unfortunately, for all of us, that was America, okay? But it was, look, in the beginning I laughed and laughed, but I watched it twice. And on the second time, I got kind of sad.
Me too. Oh my God, I'm glad that you had the same experience because the first time I saw it, which was during our production meeting, it was hilarious. Second time, which is right now, I couldn't help but think about what his thoughts were following the interview and how he very likely still thinks it was Antifa.
Yeah, no, and I'm not sure they possess the capability to not be brainwashed, right? To be able to tell whether something is real or fake. So, they're so open to suggestion. And so the minute the right-wing media and right-wing leaders like Trump tell them something, they accept it instantly and never challenge it. Never once think, hey, does that make sense? That thought never occurs to them. So, and by the way, guys, we say that's America, but I don't want you to get confused about it or think about it wrong. Everybody's human, right? So you will see that in every country. And so this, like I'm originally from Turkey. Does Turkey have a portion of the population that thinks and acts just like that? Yes, it's humanity, okay? By the way, in almost every country, it's the right wing.
But also, Cenk, look, let's also be fair, okay? I mean, this is an example of something pretty extreme, right? Where it's like, just take 2 seconds to think about it. But I do think that regardless of what your political ideology is, as a result of these algorithms and these filter bubbles, and also like just baked in hypocrisy that people have, you see it all over the place. I mean, it's a little bit apples and oranges, but let me just see if you agree with me here. Look, the Democratic Party and Democratic voters were beside themselves during the Trump administration because of how insanely cruel he was to Muslims, to immigrants, to anyone approaching the border seeking refuge in this country. But then Biden's just extended the same policies. And the most vocal blue check Twitter accounts during the Trump administration were super hush-hush during the Biden administration, or even defended him on the same things.
Yeah, no, it's true. So I think the right wing does it more. And I think that there's a reason for it, because they're authoritarian by nature and they're just looking for an alpha male to tell them what to do. And so one of the things that I remember from back in the day, from Michelle Bachmann, if you remember her, she was an extreme right winger from Minnesota. And so it was not a famous thing she said, but we covered it in one story and it really stuck with me. She said, I didn't know what to do and I was lost. I just didn't know what to do with my life. Then God talked to me and told me what to do. Now, obviously that's her imagination, right? But she's so desperate for any kind of guidance, she created something in her head psychologically because she needed guidance. She just doesn't know what to do. And so when a leader says, oh, don't worry, God is telling you to do this, they believe that instantly. But Anna's right. I mean, the left also gets heavily influenced because it's the nature of humanity. So the blue checks that maniacally defend Biden, no matter what he does. Biden's perfect. He's never done anything wrong. It's absurd. How could you possibly believe that? That's why we say, hey, he's a good Supreme Court pick. His domestic policy is a disaster. He never meant anything about student loan debt. He said he was going to get rid of it, and he didn't. He was lying. On the other hand, he did a great job with Ukraine. That's how a normal, unbiased person reacts. But another good example, and I'll give credit to Bill Maher here because I saw it on his show, and not a guy I'm prone to giving credit to, but facts matter. It turns out that a majority of Democratic voters think that if you get COVID, you have like a 50% chance of dying. That's crazy. That's not true at all.
What?
Even at its worst, it was like a 2% chance of dying before the vaccines. And what happened is that the media and the left scared people so much. 2% is maniacal. Do not take a 2% chance. That's what we were saying, right? And the right wing's like, who cares, man? Who cares? 2%, you have a real chance of dying. But apparently what a lot of Democrats heard was, oh, you're almost definitely gonna die. No, that's not true, right? And so people get so easily influenced. And we have to deal with those mainstream Democrats all the time. They're zombies. And so you give them, hey, but Biden promised this and he did that. They're like, no, Biden's always right. Biden's always right. Title 42, you guys ripped Trump for that. We ripped Trump for that. That's the immigration policy that Anna's talking about. Now all of a sudden when Biden does it, like, nope, don't criticize him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So apparently you never meant it when you were criticizing Trump, right? So it's easy to make fun of the right wing and honestly, those poor schleps, right? But we all, as a humanity, we live in a glass house. And last thing on those guys, I feel extra sad because it's obvious how easily they're influenced. And right-wing grifters like Trump look at those guys, and Tucker Carlson looks at those guys and thinks, easy marks.
100%, yeah, that is what makes me sad.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.